You know this valley looked crazy before they put water in it. I mean, it still looks crazy, but just imagine. So y'all remember that camping trip I was telling you about yesterday? You know, John Muir, Teddy Roosevelt, out in the woods, just chopping it up. Clearly, these guys both loved nature. However, there were some things they thought differently about. For instance, Teddy Roosevelt loved hunting. Big hunter. John Muir, on the other hand, he viewed it as childish and immature. Muir felt nature was something to be viewed and appreciated, not interfered with. Excessive hunting, overdevelopment, these are all things that just disrupted the natural ecosystem. Roosevelt was a little more practical. If we can use the lands around us to better our lives, isn't the intrusion on nature worth it? This was mostly a theoretical debate up until 1906, when a massive earthquake in San Francisco made the conversation all too relevant. All this damage left people wondering, could any of this been prevented? Do we have a reliable enough water source? And if not, where can we get it? Well, some genius in Congress decided, hey, what if we dam up Hetch Hetchy and use that as a water source? Looking back, this wasn't the best idea. This was obviously a very controversial thing to do at the time, but spoiler alert, as you can see, they ended up damming it up. So on one hand, you have somebody like John Muir, who has dedicated his life to writing about, talking about, and protecting Yosemite National Park, right? He's been to Hetch Hetchy, he's seen it, he's described it as one of the most beautiful valleys in the park, second only to the Yosemite Valley. On the other hand, you have the people of San Francisco who just went through one of the most devastating natural disasters of recent history and have been told that there's a water source just sitting out there in this park that they could use. A fierce battle between the two sides began, with John Muir leading the one side with a grassroots letter-writing campaign, urging people to write to Congress not to dam up Hetch Hetchy. However, letters were being written on the other side, and people felt that the water was much more important than the beauty of the park. In the end, Congress voted 43-25 in favor of building the dam, and the dam was built. Shortly after, John Muir passed, but he forever changed the way we'll think about environmentalism, and indirectly led to the creation of the National Park Service, which takes care of all the amazing parks we have access to today.